Today I'm going to show you how you can easily change your engine oil for Lexus ES350 2014. And let's just look at the filter wrench first. This is a regular oil filter cap. It's a tool to take the oil filter off. And this is for the canister type. Look at this, has a few notches. So the filter itself will have a ridge, like a tongue and groove will latch here. This little groove, as I told you, will go right inside here. So that's why it's very strong. See, once you get in, see the groove will go in. And this is a very strong hold. This is about $11 from O'Reilly Auto. This is just a regular paint bucket. I'm going to extract the engine oil instead of draining with a drain plug. Watch my other video how to make this. Or if you don't want to use this, you need a socket to drain your oil from oil pan. So either this or this. You don't need both. This is just a glove wrench head for you to get the filter off. So this is a filter. It's a canister filter. It came with a valve to drain the oil inside the filter. So it came with 2 O-rings. In addition, you need oil and a funnel, maybe the oil pan drain the oil from the filter. I will show you why it's easy, because if I use this extraction, I do not need to raise the car. Let me show you where the oil filter is. So the filter is just this length here. You see my hand, how long my arm is. So I do not need to raise the car because I can reach from here. Filter is here. I'm going to stick this in, and I'm going to use 1 foot here to make it on. That's my 1 foot. The second foot is here because his arm is not strong enough. So I will, okay. So now I moved. A little bit of oil will come out, so I'm going to have an oil pan here to get ready. Not much. This is a small valve that came with the filter, so I'm going to just press it in. Once I press in, the oil is supposed to come out. See, there's some oil. Okay, we just let it drain for a while. Once it stops, you yank it out. You use this wrench here. Okay, so let's take a look. So this is the oil filter. So there are 2 O-rings. This is one O-ring. You're going to take it out and put a new in. You're going to take the filter out. Of course, clean this. And the second small O-ring will be here. See, there's a small groove. See, this is how much oil in the filter. So this is a new oil filter. Just put it in. And then this is the new O-ring, rubber O-ring. So you're going to put right in this groove. The small O-ring will go here. So we will just have to do the reverse. Put it back. Okay, so we're going to put the new one in.
So if this is not tightened properly, then it's going to leak.
Yeah, but you don't want it too tight. If it's too tight, next time it's hard for you to get it off, and also you may damage the thread. So I found that it's a little bit hard to get this off. You have to really use this wiggle a little bit. Now make sure the second small O-ring is still here, and I'm going to put the cap on. Okay. To operate the oil extraction, you need to take the oil dip. See the tube? You need to put the tube inside. So at least this long. You measure that. Okay, so I'm going to start the vacuum cleaner. See, the oil is coming up now. It's pretty quick. And another thing is, while you're draining, and the oil cap needs to be open, because that will make it easy. Air will go in and will make it easy. Okay, so how to know how much oil already drained? So I undo this. I can actually look at the inside. is not easy for you to see. If you cannot see very well or test it, you can put this in and see how high it is. See, now it's all black. When it's all black, the viscosity is so high, so you should pull out this much. And remember, when there's a bubble, put it back to the place. We are just waiting for the bubble. See the bubble? Bubble is coming in, and then we need to push it a little bit back, so it will still continue draining. So pull it out a little bit so it has some air bubble come in, reduce the viscosity. So when there's some bubble, there's a less resistance, it will make it flow. It's not much left. If you find it takes you a lot longer to drain the oil, follow my 3 tips. The number 1, you should warm up your car so when the oil is warm, it's more liquid, less viscosity. Number 2, you should open the cap so the air will go in and drain quickly. Number 3, when you have a very black oil, it's very high viscosity, so you should adjust this in and out a little bit so there's an air bubble come in. So when there's an air bubble come in, there's a less viscosity, it will flow faster, and then you can push it back. The last tip is very important. If it's really whole thing, it's black, it's blocked, it will take you a lot longer to do it. Of course, there are other tips I can show you. I use this rope the same length as this. Using this measurement, I know exactly how far the tube reach the engine. I'll write a map so I know where I have been visited and drain the oil more completely. If you find your tube is too long, cut it short. Cut the tip of the tube pointed so that it will be easy to pass the dipstick. Also doesn't block you when it reach the bottom. That's another thing. But follow my first 3 advice. That's very important for you to shorten the length of the draining. How to turn off the maintenance required light off. See, there's a trip. Here's the button. If you change the button, the trip is odometer and trip A and trip B. So you need to leave the trip A, okay? Make sure you're on trip A. And then you're going to turn off the engine. Turn it off. Now your hand is going to press here on the trip meter, and then you're going to start twice. But make sure you're not stepping on the gas pedal. So press the trip meter while pressing the start twice. 1 and 2. And now you see here is the flashing 0. You release the trip meter and now it's reset. See, no more maintenance required. That's how you do it. And let me repeat. Press the trip A while turning on this, and you will see there's a dash line, and after the dash line disappeared, you release the trip meter and it's done. Thank you.